Namaste to the world of Naadi Astrology. I was speaking about Naadi Astrology in my previous videos also. So you know it is very simple and very easy to use, and also you can get perfection in that. Fine. I was talking about Jupiter in Naadi Astrology. Jupiter is the prime most important thing. Of course, in addition to Jupiter, other importances are given to Saturn, Rahu and Ketu. How to read it, how to read a chart when you learn it, that you will get to know all by yourself. But first thing is, we should know what the product is or what Naadi Astrology is. Well, recently I was telling you that without Lagna or without the Dasabukthi, we are predicting things. So many people would have thought, how is that possible? Yes, it is quite possible, because even in general astrology, when you see Lagna and see the other planets in the 4th, 2nd, 3rd houses, in the same format, even from Jupiter it will be available. Just people are not concentrating on it, but if people concentrate both the things, Jupiter and the Lagna, you will know that it is coming up to one single stage where both the predictions will be as good as Naadi or any other subject. So wherever you go, you will get only 10 out of 10 when the subject is very accurate. And you take any subject, the answers will be accurate, provided it depends upon your calculation. You are perceiving, how much you have perceived the subject, or how much you have learned the subject, or how much you have done research on that subject. Okay? Now Naadi, I told you, we just see only the Jupiter and the transiting Jupiter touching the planets. Of course, I will explain it to you today on board also. I want to make it sure that the first basic thing is understood properly. Okay? The first basic thing about Jupiter, about other planets, and how it can give predictions. This has to be understood. Later on, we can know about the significances and just put it in there. That's all. Once you know how to prepare a dish, getting the materials is easy. When you get the materials and you don't know how to prepare a dish, then the materials is of waste. So the preparation part of it, let us learn. So what I was saying, Jupiter when it transits into the different 12 rasis, it will give you the results. But when the Jupiter transits the 12 signs, it has to touch the natal planets only. You forget about the other planet which is available accordingly. According to the transit of Jupiter also, you will find some planets already there. No, Jupiter is the only one thing which should be in your mind. Transiting Jupiter and the natal chart. So, visualizing the transiting Jupiter or placement of transiting Jupiter. When you see a chart, for example, if now in this present day condition, Jupiter is sitting down in Virgo, right? So when you see a chart, you just place Jupiter there and see whatever planet is there or whatever planet aspects it and what type of place is that. Give the prediction. That's all. Fine. When Jupiter sits there, now this is something very important. When Jupiter has come to Virgo, Kanya, the Rasi, sign, you see the second house. If a malefic is there, definitely the person, after Jupiter enters the natal chart, I am talking about the natal chart. Natal chart after Jupiter. After Jupiter means the transiting Jupiter is in Virgo, in Libra of a person's chart. In Libra of a person's chart, if there is a malefic, definitely there will be problems with this money and family. If there is a benefic in the 4th house, then there will be good things going on in that house from that particular period when Jupiter entered into Virgo. So you are looking at Libra, you are placing Libra as a second house. treating Jupiter as the first house after the transit of Jupiter, but Libra is the natal chart. So when in that particular Libra, if a malefic sits, this will become the second house from Jupiter, the transiting Jupiter. Natal chart, transiting Jupiter. Don't get confused, please. I am going to put it on the board and clearly tell you. Right now you listen. Later on you will understand it very easily. If there is a planet in the third house, as soon as Jupiter enters into Virgo, because there is a third house in the there is a planet in the third house, natal chart I am talking about. This is transiting Jupiter, which has entered into Virgo. Natal chart has a planet in the third house. That gentleman will have a travel. That gentleman will have a loss. That gentleman will have an argumentation, or he may get stuck into court case. Those different things depend upon the type of a planet which is sitting in the third house. And we will come to know about that later on. Right now, the process of handling it, I am giving you. Fourth house, Sukhasthanam they call it as, the place of happiness. So when transiting Jupiter comes to Kanya, okay, in a person's chart, there is Sun sitting down in the fourth house, that means Dhanus. A person's natal chart has Sun in the Sagittarius, Dhanus Rasi, Sagittarius. Transiting Jupiter has landed into Virgo. So Sagittarius is the fourth house from Virgo. So after this entry, it definitely says that this person, the native of that chart, the natal chart shows the native will have some sort of ceremonies or functions at home. Fourth house is home. Sun, in the fourth house, Sun is there. Immaterial of Lagna, immaterial of Dasabukthi. When Jupiter enters into Virgo, because he sees the fourth house Sun, definitely he will create some sort of holy ceremonies, functions at home. So this is the pattern you have to learn. That's why I tell you, when Jupiter transits, when he touches the planets, natal planets, for example, I have not talked about touching planets, now I will tell you about the touching of the planets. When the transiting Jupiter touches Moon in the natal chart, for example, somebody had Moon in Virgo, Jupiter came down there, those people will definitely go out of town, or they will have a travelling program. Things like that will happen. And also they may have changes inside their pattern of life, professional life, personal life, all these things, because that moon says so many things: changes, travel, benefits, foreign travel. So all these things will happen to that personality, to that native. If in Virgo Mars was sitting down, Mars, when Jupiter comes into that Virgo, Mars is already there in the natal chart of a person. Definitely you can tell him that he is going to meet with an accident. When that is going to happen, that again you have to be very careful and tell the exact timing. The date of entry into Virgo, or exactly when it goes to the opposite of Virgo, Meena. These things, there is quite a good reasoning for all these things. I will explain to you. But basically, I want you to understand that when a planet touches and what planet it touches, when Jupiter touches, transiting Jupiter, when it touches a planet, what type of a planet it's going to touch, and what type of result these people are going to get. Though a planet signifies so many things, you have to pick only one thing. There the study, there the understanding, there how much you have understood about the subject reveals. Fine? So, when Venus is there in a natal chart, in Virgo, Jupiter touches Virgo, you can easily say that he is going to receive some money. You can easily say that he is going to spend some money for hospitalizations. You can also say that he may purchase a vehicle. There are so many things you cannot say. You cannot say he may purchase a vehicle, or he may meet hospitalization expenses, or he may get a money. There will be only one thing which is going to happen. There you are going to use your intuition and your study. Study, yes, of course there is a lot to study in the future, coming videos. That is also important. It's not only one thing blindly picking up and easily handling it. It is only a combination. Only thing is I am doing the juggling work. I will be doing the juggling work, and that work will help you. I am taking it very slowly from the beginning in repetition, so that nowhere you can forget things. And once you see the product, the materials, you can complete with the product. Fine. I will give you the demonstration on the board. That will make you understand easily.